Nullscape is the perfect game. It has multiple different classes, upgrades, enemies, and even curses. There's classes like the Grappler, which lets you sling around the map or under the map, or the Spirit, which gives you a spirit version of yourself. Before we get into what makes this game so good, let's explain what Nullscape is. Nullscape is a roguelite platformer game where the main goal is to collect gifts and make it back to the beacon to continue to the next level. Simple, right? Wrong! There are many curses and enemies that'll try and stop you from ever reaching that goal. Altars will give buffs and debuffs to either help or mess you up in your goal to get to the beacon at the end. There are upgrades that you can buy to help with the in-game currency, golden gifts. After you collect all the gifts on the map, the beacon will light up and every gift is replaced by golden gifts. The map crumbles from the outside in, so getting to a good spot to collect as many golden gifts as possible is crucial. Speaking of enemies, to stop you from reaching your goal, let's talk about them. There are many enemies in Nullscape, and each enemy has their own set of curses that go along with them. I'll go through some enemies briefly. Bell spawns on the map and teleports around, being a nuisance if someone rings it. Ringing it 3 times consecutively will kill you. ICBM will follow you around as a red target and stops after a few seconds and expands. If you are caught inside that area when the ICBM drops, you die. Operator will appear on your screen, and if you move too much while they're on your screen, they will wake up and kill you. Colonna will show you a number, and when they count up to that number, use your ability. Failure to do so will result in death. Telefragger will appear in front of you, and if you run into him, you die. Baby will dash towards you in a straight line. If he touches you, you die. Guardian shoots volleys of bullets at you, and if one connects, you die. Mart, my goat, will slowly go towards you, and if he touches you, you die. He can also combine with other Marts to become bigger and faster. Mart will follow your exact movements, and if he touches you, you die. Husk will follow your exact movements, and if he touches you, you die. That's all I will explain for now, but each enemy is tied to some curses, and I will go through curses now. Most curses are tied to enemies and are very self-explanatory, but I want to go through some that aren't tied to enemies. For example, random spawns will make you spawn in a random spot on the map. Another is a curse that will require you to collect around 20% of the golden gifts to enter the beacon, called Lap 2. Some enemy curses are less self-explanatory, like Scorched Earth, where walking on an area that ICBM recently hit will force you to go forward for a certain amount of time. Now, it's time for altars. Altars can spawn in random places on the map and will apply various buffs and debuffs upon activation. The most notable altar in Nullscape is the Altar of Purgatory, which changes its effect depending on how many gifts you collected. If you already collected 50% or more gifts on the map, it'll be a Revive Altar, which brings everyone back and applies a heavy debuff. If you haven't collected 50% or more gifts, it'll be a Greed Altar. This will give you plus 2 times golden gifts upon collecting a golden gift, which is called Gift Yield, and will apply a heavy debuff. This altar appears on level 8 and forward. Another altar is the Altar of Protection, which gives you a shield that can tank a hit if you enter its one-time radius. This does come at the cost of a lot of golden gifts, so gauge if you can afford it and if it's worth it before activating it. The Altar of Chance, another altar, just applies a random buff or debuff. Now, let's talk about upgrades. Upgrades can be movement, material, or economy based, and each have a specific use. Double jumps, trio orbs, pocket bell, ninja belt, better jump pads, and grapple points are meant to make traversing the map much easier. Upgrades like mental, business license, and paycheck are meant to make making money easier. Now, onto what makes this game so good in the first place. The genre of Nullscape is a roguelite, which is not to be confused with a roguelike, because roguelikes have no upgrades and next to no progression, while roguelites have upgrades and classes to give senses of progression. And in the case of a roguelite, Nullscape has perfect difficulty curves and really tests the skills of players at different obstacles, whether that be enemies or structures. The difficulty scaling of Nullscape is a sharp curve at around level 18 where high rises spawn. I think that's actually a good thing for this game because it gives you a challenge to test your movement and gift collection, as well as your general game sense. The challenges and achievements you can collect are also amazing in their own way, with some being jokes like 500 marts, and some being really difficult challenges that take days to complete, like I came here for a zoo, not this. Now, Nullscape isn't flawless, and I'm going to highlight a huge problem with Nullscape and its balancing. Nullscape has a new player problem. Most people are going to start with standard when they first play, which is a problem because subspace trip mines are difficult to deal with while learning the rest of the game. For new players, the main difficulty curve starts at level 5, where you find subspaces in standard mode. Casual doesn't help you adapt and learn how to deal with the trip mines, because there are no trip mines in casual. This means that most new players will take very long to reach the difficulty curves that make Nullscape fun, and a lot will quit because of it being unfun. Most of the early game is getting to the good part, so it makes Nullscape all the less fun when new players don't get to that good part. I'm gonna actually show you some footage from the game to try and help you understand what I'm talking about when I say new player problem, and see that new players that are really new and have never played the game before probably shouldn't be having to deal with some things in the footage. I hope you enjoyed my analysis on Nullscape, and I give this game a 10 out of 10. Even with its problems, Nullscape is an amazing game that you should try if you haven't already. Goodbye.